Hey retro babes, it's GOOGii from the future. I'm your favorite Afrofuturistic retro babe and your favorite YouTuber. And can we just take a second to get into the look? Like get into the makeup. We got to represent for the curvy girls. Curvy. This is my outfit. You guys, I don't know if you can really see the skirt. I did do a full working girl haul from last year and I still kept the skirt even though I don't work there no more. I've been playing with my setup. So what do you guys think of the setup in the back? It's literally just my room. It's just a different angle of my room. But yeah, I decided I wanted to stand up for this video so I can get up close and personal with you guys because you're so freaking beautiful. I don't have my smart glasses on today, but I do have my contacts and I'm gonna let you know all about them right now.
ColEyes is a color contact eyewear brand designed specifically for dark brown eyes. I love that they provide tools for easy application as well as easy removal. Considering this is my first time wearing color contacts, I am completely blown away with how these cover my brown eyes. I definitely feel like a baddie in these contacts. ColEyes contact lenses come in so many different styles and so many different colors if you want to switch up your look or use them for cosplay.
Thank you ColEyes for sending me these. You guys can get your own pair using the code GOOGiiGlam10 for 20% off your order, or you can use the code GOOGiiGlam to buy 2 get 2 free when you add 4 lenses to your cart. So if you guys didn't know, I am a blogger. I am a blogger as well as a vlogger. I love to write. I love to do dissertations on or like essays, I guess, on my life experiences at this age I am now versus like the pop culture that I experienced when I was younger. You gotta look at the blog to get it. I wouldn't necessarily call it an advice blog, but it's basically a blog about me disguised as a fashion blog. You guys should really check it out. If you have been watching my videos, I've been talking about shifting your identity, and I was watching one of my favorite movies on the planet, My Big Fat Greek Wedding. And I noticed that that's exactly what Toula did. And I was trying to describe it in words so I could put it in my blog. I thought, why not do a video so that's easier for you guys and you can kind of see how I structure my blog. So if you guys want to check it out, definitely want to attract more viewers to it. I want you guys to see it because I really do love it. And I kind of want to make it a hybrid to where you can see the longer form content on YouTube and then see the short form content, because all of my blog posts are no longer than like 6-7 minute reads. So anyway, I might be biased because I'm from Chicago and it's me and my mom's favorite movie. I think My Big Fat Greek Wedding is one of the best identity shifting movies ever. People, when they talk about identity shifting, do mention movies like The Truman Show, but for us pop culture girlies that romanticize the millennial years, as much as Gen Z loves to talk about millennials, they sure do romanticize the millennial years.
I'm still here. My coochie don't ever be out, sweetie.
I think watching My Big Fat Greek Wedding is great for women. All women should watch that damn movie because Toula takes her own destiny. That's what I'm calling this essay. You might want to watch the movie before you watch this because I'm definitely going to put some spoilers into it. So like most people who go through like a quarter life crisis or a midlife crisis or just feel like they need a big change in their life, it all starts with feeling uncomfortable with their surroundings. It all starts with feeling like you're sick of the same damn routine and you wish and hope that there's more to life than that damn routine. And that's basically how Toula's life was. Toula, like a lot of people of color or children of immigrants, feel the burden of having to take care of the family on her shoulders. She's not the oldest child, but that doesn't mean anything. Like, I've noticed that a lot of middle children and younger children do take on a lot when it comes to the family. The parents just expect the kids to, in return for taking care of the kids, they take care of them. It's just a cultural thing. I have no opinion or bias on it because every culture is different. And I understand why they're like that because the parents have worked hard for it. I don't think it's intentional, but a lot of parents will fear monger their kids. I just feel like I gotta put disclaimers out there because y'all not finna come for me. I am a Black woman. Like, enough said. I understand life. I'm a Black woman and a fat one at that. Anyway, Toula was getting tired of the same routine that she had day in and day out. She would literally wake up, work in her parents' restaurant, and go home. And she was a 30-year-old woman. She had no degree, she had no man. Her dad was like pressuring her, like, when are you gonna get married? When are you gonna have babies? You know how all people do when you're a woman of a certain age. When are you gonna get your life together, basically?
Get married, make babies. You look so old.
But I strongly believe, because I relate to her so much, that it wasn't so much that she couldn't or didn't want to get her life together. It was more so that she thought the ways that she wanted to get her life together were not possible because her parents were so scared and so protective of her. Toula wanted to continue her education. Her dad was scared for her to go into the city because the city's dangerous.
If you remember, but I got all A's in computers. But there's a lot of new stuff to learn now, so if you want, I could go to college and take a few courses.
Why you want to leave me?
I mean, you get the stereotype of Chicago is dangerous. She wanted to pursue another job besides working in her parents' restaurant, but she felt the burden of needing to work in her parents' restaurants to help them live out their dream. Like I said in a lot of my manifestation videos, it's not always about being super happy or super positive, because like Toula, a lot of us are just unhappy in our life. It takes being fed up. That moment when you're fed up, everything changes. That moment when you're fed up, your identity shifts, because if your identity was the same, you would be happy in the life that you were in. She knew where she wanted to be, she knew what she wanted to do, and she knew how she wanted to get there. She might not have known like every single step, but she knew where she was going. And that's the biggest thing. You gotta know where you're going and how to act accordingly. She convinced her dad to let her take classes. She changed up her wardrobe. She took off her glasses. She started wearing contacts. She started playing with makeup. She stared at herself in the mirror, which I say you should do. That's glamour magic. Staring in the mirror, looking at yourself and saying, bitch, I'm beautiful. That is glamour magic. She not necessarily was comfortable in the beginning, but she knew who she wanted to be, what she wanted to look like, and what she wanted to present to the world. And those were the necessary steps that she felt she had to take. I will also note that it's not always going to be comfortable. I truly believe when you take that uncomfortable step, that's when the world opens. She had to face her dad, and coming from a woman who is a person of color, it is hard to face your dad, because usually your parents have already an idea of what they see for you, what they see for your career, how they can see you excelling. They may think you're super smart, but you want to be an artist. They may think you're an artist, but you want to be in tech like my sister does. Like, they might have already preconceived notions of your future just based on how they saw you grow up. I think taking the necessary steps in her life to getting her life, to take control of her life, gave her the confidence to not only face her dad, she made herself uncomfortable. And when she was at school, she sat at the table with other women. Instead of seeing a table of women who were beautiful, who were gossiping, who were talking, who were kikiing, and being like, oh, I can't sit there. They would never let me sit there. She got up the courage and sat there and made friends. This movie is called My Big Fat Greek Wedding for a reason. In the beginning of the movie, Toula met her dream man. She met him. And I'm not going to say that she changed because she saw this man and thought he didn't notice her. She changed because she had the burning desire in her to live a different lifestyle than just marrying a Greek man, working in her parents' restaurant, and taking care of the man, taking care of the house. You know, all the traditional roles that a woman has, especially a woman that comes from immigrant parents or from people of color. There will be things in your 3D that are keeping you safe. And sometimes the things that keep you safe can keep you stuck. And you see that in this movie, you see that in your life, and you see that famously in the Truman Show, which I should talk about in another video because I keep talking about the Truman Show. In this movie particularly, her dad, like I said before, was very scared for her to go out into the world, but that's what she really wanted to do.
Didn't I say it's a mistake to educate women? But nobody listened to me.
but he wasn't doing it because he felt like she couldn't do it. He wasn't saying that because he was trying to control her in a way. He was more so saying it because he just was scared for her safety. So when you feel like some things are fears, sometimes you have to dive deeper and think, am I really scared of this? Or is my mind and body just keeping me safe in that moment? And then when you realize that, you just thank your body for trying to keep you safe. You let your body know that you are safe, and then you take the plunge. Obviously, the biggest obstacle in her life was to marry a man who was non-Greek.
May I please date your daughter?
No!
Since she had all the confidence in the world at this point, since she had come so far, she was not going back down. She was going to do everything in her power to marry that man, because that was her dream man, y'all. And what I love so much about this movie, when I was younger, I thought that when they met at first that he just ignored her. He didn't come back until she was beautiful and had no glasses and had the makeup and changed her hair, but that's not the case. The case was he saw something in her the first moment he saw her. He knew he liked her. Fact of the matter is, if you rewatch that movie, I want y'all to go rewatch that movie right now. He was smitten with her the moment he saw her. He literally stopped in his tracks the moment he saw her. What had happened was she was not in a place to receive him, and you can clearly see that. She was still like reserved. She still didn't feel the most confident. She was not happy with her identity in the 3D. I think one of the most beautiful exchanges that her and her man had, yo, and I keep saying man because I'm forgetting this man's name. I'm such a bad YouTuber. I probably should look that up and come back to this video, but I'm not going to. Sometimes when we identity shift, we cannot show grace to our old self that kept us going this far. And I remember in the movie, there was one conversation she had with her fiance where she said, I was the front girl. And he said to her, I don't remember the front girl. I remember you.
I remember you.
I was kind of going through a phase up till now, and I was front girl.
I don't remember Frump Girl, but I remember you.
Y'all, I don't remember the front girl. I remember you. He ain't give a shit about the makeup, the hair, the glasses, whatever. He just wanted her the moment he saw her. This is also another reason why with a lot of manifestation coaches that they talk a lot about the inner work, because at the end of the day, you could have everything and still hate your life. You could have everything and still think it's not enough. It will never be enough. You have to love you. And I think in that moment, she realized that she was always enough. And I think that is one of the most beautiful moments in the entire movie. Once she stood up to her parents about marrying a Greek man, I think they were more so just, this is just my opinion, I think they were more so just upset that she felt like she couldn't talk to them about it and she snuck around behind their back. But they just wanted him to be Greek. Because he loved Toula, he knew he had to take the necessary steps to, in the eyes of them, become a Greek man. And one of those steps was getting baptized. And if you're a person who knows a lot about religion, you know that there's a lot of steps, there's a lot of reading, there's a lot of planning, there's a lot of studying that takes in place before you become baptized. And I remember when he was getting baptized and while he was being dunked in the water, Toula's brother was there with her, and she said to him, I don't know, man. I think any second he'll say, you're so not worth it. And her brother turns and looks at her and he said,
Yes, you are.
y'all, the person you are meant to be with, the person you are meant to be, the desires that you want, you are worth them. There's a reason you have these desires. Your desires are definitely desiring you. Your desires know you're worthy of them. Your desires are worthy of you. And I just want to talk about the importance of stepping into your own power, because not only does it help you, but it helps everyone around you. You are more inspiring to people than you even think or know. I didn't even realize how much I inspired people until I stopped creating, and everybody's like, where'd you go? Like, we loved you, we look forward to your posts. And it just shocked me because I really didn't think that many people watched or cared. You never know who's watching you. You never know who you're inspiring. Because Toula broke the mold, because Toula stood up for what she wanted, because Toula identity shifted, she gave her brother the courage to do the same. Her brother always wanted to be an artist. Their dad didn't see that for him, for being an artist. Like I said, he just wanted them to stay with the family business. But because of Toula's journey, her brother went to art school. She truly found her version of the American dream, and it really just inspired everyone around her, to the point that her mom and her had a beautiful conversation where her mom was like, I moved from a country that had war. I moved from a country with your dad and we had no plan. And we accomplished so much here. But my dream is you guys. My dream is you as kids. My children are my dream. So whatever you want to do with your life, I'm happy with. Seeing her kids happy and fruitful and abundant and thriving is what makes her have joy. It's what makes her feel like all of this in her life was worth it. I think this movie is particularly amazing because Toula used to apologize for her culture, for the way she looked, for the way she acted. She just felt so much shame, and she ended up finding a man who loved it all, who would risk it all, who was literally a partner by her side through everything. And I just love my big fat Greek wedding, and I loved how Toula took her own destiny. So yeah, that's my little story, y'all. You guys should really check out my blog. Let me know what you guys think, how you guys feel about identity shifting. Have you guys watched my big fat Greek wedding? I know the third movie just got on Peacock. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video.